Hi everybody, Graham here with the latest updates from We Share Abundance. We Share Abundance is a cloud nation. We're an emerging nation, been around about 5.5 years, putting in solid foundations to be here for many generations to come. We're now expanding our economy, and that'll benefit all our citizens because they all hold our currency. We know that because we give it to them free every month, and anybody can become a citizen. There's no fee, no obligation. Come along, register, you'll be welcomed with open arms. We are also a non-separatist community. That means we don't put people into pigeonholes, separate them because of their gender, class, creed, financial status, anything at all. We simply see everyone as a human being, part of one big family, all linked together, all individually unique, all having something unique to offer our community. We have a little affirmation in a moment that helps us with that ideology. And that follows the opening prayer, which we'll have in a second, or a minute anyway. And that is there to help us find true happiness in life. Happiness that is there with you throughout the day. It isn't changed by the events of the day, where you can have peaks of pleasure and you can get times of sorrow, disappointment. It's there always with you, a nice calming level of joy, ever new. It's there with you when you wake up. It's there with you when you go to bed and go to sleep, and it's there with you actually in your sleep. It's something everybody seeks, but not everybody knows how to get. And you can only get it through loving service to other people. And the more you go about life in loving service to others, the more you'll find that everything that you want and need in life will be attracted to you. So you won't have to chase after money or wonder how you're going to fit time in and do things, and it'll all start working out for you. The more you go out and help more people with that loving service attitude, just unconditional love, being of sharing a bit of hope and abundance and joy. Okay, so that's what our little prayer's about. We're going to have now and then that affirmation, and then we'll get into the business of the day. Dear Heavenly Father, we're so happy and grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love, and that through that love that each member finds the joy of service, and through service attracts true happiness and everything they want and need into their life. Amen. And our little affirmation: we're so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world, with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind, and soul of thy world. Okay, I want to welcome you, whether you're watching this live or whether you're watching the recording. We are streaming into Facebook group We Share Abundance publicly, X, and YouTube. The most popular place that people watch it is in YouTube. YouTube and X, the comments come through here into the app. If you're watching in Facebook, unfortunately, your comments we don't see them. So if you're watching live, I suggest you use YouTube or X. But you're equally welcome. We know that not everybody can make 7 p.m. London time. It's just not convenient for everybody. So a lot of people do watch the recordings. And it doesn't matter where you watch them, because the comments are done and dusted by then anyway. But if you are here live, it's lovely because you can pop in your name and where you're from and let people interact with you, see that we are truly global. And of course, if you have any questions, you can ask them and hopefully get them answered while we're here live. Okay, so let's just see who we have in here live. We have Ramachandra from Watford in England. We've got Bayago from India, Lewis from Lisbon in Portugal, Don from Vancouver Island, Canada, Bozina from Slovenia, Mary from Chicago, USA. And we got Willie in from Texas, USA. Norman from Doncaster, England. Eric from Quebec in Canada. Derek from Wado City in Nigeria. And Nankia is also from Nigeria. And there may well be other people that join us as we're going through the updates this evening. So thank you for being here, whether you're watching live or whether you're watching the recording. Equally valued, equally loved, equally important to us. Okay, let me start off with giving you the numbers for the last 24 hours. We had an increase of 11 in the 777 plan, taking us to 45,609 members in there. An increase of 15 in our registered members in We Share Abundance, taking us to 54,995. An increase, the same number, 15 in our active members, taking us to 3,394. And we have an increase of 1 in the Success Blueprint to 20. No change in the Easy Team Builder, staying at 1,178. An increase of 2 in the Best Plan Ever to 1,134. I have to think what I'm talking about. And then we have no change in the Pro members of the Share Hope Powerline plan, stays at 759. And then we have Thinking into Reality. We have an increase of 57 in the registered members to 2,807, and an increase of 21 in the bronze memberships to 1,006. Okay, so those are the numbers. We've been going in beta launch for 26 days now in TIR. So we had a pre-launch period before that, and I can't remember how long that lasted. But if we look at it at 26 days that we've been in beta, to get 1,006 people into the bronze level of membership is pretty good. We can always do better, and we need to do more now. Okay, but that is that is a pretty good achievement, to be over 1,000 in less than a month, and we're still not fully launched. Ramachandra is letting me know I'm coming through loud and clear. Thanks. And we've got Derek. People using Android phones are having difficulty connecting their wallet. It's still not working. The pop-up message keeps saying install MetaMask, and it's already installed in there on the phones. I understand that you need the MetaMask app rather than MetaMask in a browser, and I think there are instructions now there for that, but we are also working on getting Wallet Connect back up again. It's not easy because their new API isn't compatible with our system and the way that we run it. So it is difficult, but we are working on that. I see we've got Carl in from New Zealand as well. But just on that connection point, I think I've got a bit of information here which may help. If you are using a mobile phone, please use MetaMask's built-in browser. Even if MetaMask extension is installed in Chrome or other browsers on mobile phones, MetaMask won't connect. Steps to follow: install MetaMask mobile app from the App Store or Google Play. So you've got to do that. open MetaMask app, tap the browser icon, usually at the bottom, and then visit the WeShare Abundance site and proceed with the withdrawals. Okay, so those are your 3 steps. You must have the MetaMask mobile app from the App Store or Google Play. It won't work with in a phone. It won't work if it's in your browser. Okay, so that is the information that we have now. We have tested it and it is working. However, neither Devyani nor myself have an Android phone. We can't test it in an Android phone, but we've tested it in iPhones and it works there. And there's no reason why it shouldn't work in the same way with an Android phone. That is the way it works, but you can't do it with MetaMask in the browser. You have to have the MetaMask app. Okay. And we've got Shukuzi from Nigeria in as well. So nice to have people from all over the world with us. What have we been doing today? Well, we've been working on that that I've just been going through, getting that app connection for the phones, making sure that that works correctly. As far as we know, it does, but you have to follow those instructions that I've just given you. And I believe Devyani has contacted a few people and given them those instructions directly when they had tickets in. We are hoping that we can get Wallet Connect sorted out, because that will give people the opportunity of more wallets other than MetaMask. A lot of people use Trust Wallet, and there are a few other wallets as well, but those are the 2 main ones. But they're all available through Wallet Connect anyway, if we can get that up and running, and we'll be working on that tomorrow. When I say we, it's Devyani really. Okay. Vishal today has been working on the withdrawals using the Stripe, and we're trying to get that Stripe Global payouts working for you. I also have a meeting tomorrow with another organization to do group or multiple payments out automatically linked into the website. So we'll keep our fingers crossed that that one will be more productive than the previous ones. Derek says, oh, that's been done, it still didn't work. Okay, well then you're going to have to go back to support and put that in with all the information that you've done and what happened and why it didn't work. And you will probably need to open a JavaScript thing on your phone so that Devyani can troubleshoot it and she'll guide you through that, but we can't do anything about it here. Sorry about that, Derek, but you have to do it through the support desk so that it can all be documented and we can do it properly. Okay. And we got greetings from Edinburgh. Cash Flood. I'm guessing that Cash Flood is Bozina from Edinburgh in Scotland. I think it is, because I think Cash Flood is the WeShare Abundance username for Bozina from Edinburgh in Scotland. Okay, it's just confusing. Normally it comes up as Bozina, but it's come up as Cash Flood today. Okie dokie. So that's where we are with that. Now today I did do that recording about why it's so important for everybody to do a little bit with thinking into reality. Everybody should be able to help somebody. And now if everybody, and if you've watched the video, I'm not going to do a screen share and go through it here because it's all on the video anyway. And there is a link to that video in your WeShare Abundance inbox. It is in fact in the promotion tools page. We do need more people doing something. Now, we're never going to get everybody doing something, and that's because people have some sort of issue in their own mind about doing it. I see we've got Maureen from London, England in as well. It's nothing to do with inability. It's nothing to do with anything else. It's just a block that people have and they don't do it. Now, I'm hoping that people will see that they really should be doing it, because, you know, if you join, you might be a single guy, you might be a married guy. If you're a married guy, you can always put your wife in, or if it's the wife joining, you can always put your husband in, you know, you put your spouse in. You can put your parents in. You can put your grandparents in. You can put your children in, your grandchildren in, your sisters, your brothers, your neighbors. There's loads and loads of people that you can help, apart from the people that you will just come across on the internet that are struggling, and that you can find in countries where you've never visited, you don't know much about them. You might go and try and find people in Bangladesh or in Ghana or the Philippines or Venezuela. You know, there's a lot of people struggling throughout the world, and you only need to find one or two every month, as you will see in that video, for everything to work really, really, really fast. But if you don't, if you say, oh, well, I'll leave it because other people will do it, and the majority of people do that, it's going to be slow for everyone. It is a team effort, and a team is only as strong as its weakest link, just like a chain. The whole program moves at the speed of the slowest member because of the way we build. So we need to get everybody moving through as quickly as we can. And the way to do that is for everybody to chip in with just a little bit. If you only ever bring in 2 people and never bring in anybody else, that is a massive contribution. But if you bring in like 2 people every month, which literally everybody can do, it's not like you have to get people to get their checkbook out or anything like that. Do we still have checkbooks? I don't know. Their credit cards or debit cards or cash or any, they don't need any of that. All they need is to register and prove they're a real person, and we'll take care of them from there onwards. The important thing is that everybody does a little bit, whether it's 1 person or 2 people, or whether it's 1 or 2 every month. Now, ideally, we want everybody going out and getting a couple of people every month. As I say, I'm not naive. I know that a lot of people are not going to do it. They're going to say, oh no, I joined because you said I didn't have to do anything, and that's it. Well, no, that's okay. That is what we say, and it is true. But if you're going to take that attitude, then you're going to have to understand that you are slowing the system down and not helping it. It's okay, we'll help you as much as we can, but you are slowing the system down. You're a dead weight. And why wouldn't you want to help other people? Why wouldn't you want to give other people the opportunity, the same opportunity that you have? And if everybody, like I say, brings in just a couple of people, we'll move very quickly. If everybody brings in a couple of people a month, we're going to fly, okay? So do have a look at the video. It explains it more than I have done just now. Do have a look at it and understand the numbers and how they work. If nobody does anything other than Me, I'm never going to do nothing. Now, today I've had a very quiet day. I think I've only brought 4 people in today. Let me just check. I'll get the up-to-dates on it. Yeah, I've only had 4 people today. And that is probably because I sent out messages and things which were promoting a lot of links. And that always is slower because it takes people focus off which one should I join? Do I join them all? Or oh, there's too many, I won't do it. But every now and again, it's something that the other person responds to and does well with. So it's no problem in doing that occasionally. And you will know that I occasionally do if you've been following me for a while, but it's not very often. Usually it's concentrating on one particular aspect of something. Okay. But we only had 4, or I only had 4 TIR signups today. I can't imagine a month where I wouldn't bring in at least 30. And so I've given an example of that. If nobody else did anything and I bring in 30 a month, then you will see the results, and they're there and they will keep growing, but very slowly, very slowly. It's quick at the beginning because, 30 people fills up a few levels when you're right at the beginning, because it's only 2, 4, 8, 16. And there you go, that's 30 people. You filled up those first 4 levels. But as you get down further in the matrix, there's more people on every level. And that is why we need everybody chipping in with a little bit of effort. Who have we got? We've got Orin in as well from Monrovia here. So if everybody does a little bit, everybody will benefit. The system will benefit, the people that you're helping, that you're bringing in will benefit. You will, of course, benefit more than anybody, both spiritually and financially. But the whole thing works better with everybody just doing a little bit. And the people that are capable of doing a bit more, do a bit more. Everybody is actually capable of doing more, but some people think they're not. And if they think they're not, well, that's it. They've got this block. There is no reason for it. Just get out there and help people, okay? And I know some people say, well, I don't know what to do. It's not about what you do. You know what to do. You know how you've got to talk to people either directly or through a website or through an email. You've got to make that contact. Everybody knows what to do. It's not about what you do. It's about who you need to become to do it. That's the difference. That's what it's about. Because where you are now, if you're not doing it, is the wrong place. You're in the wrong place. You are adopting a sort of beggar attitude. And I'm not being nasty or mean or anything with this. I'm just trying to tell you like it is. You are saying, oh, I'm just looking for the world to give me something. And if you think about a beggar by the side of the street and he's got his hat there and he's got his sign saying, put some money in my hat for food or whatever it may say, he is reliant on the bits and pieces, the scraps from the table, if you like, that people are prepared to throw in. A lot of people will walk past and not put anything in the hat. The other one will put in a little bit, and some people will put in a bit more or go out of their way to help the guy. But you're reliant on somebody else's charity, somebody else doing things for you, instead of you being proactive and doing something for yourself. Many of the world's success stories from people are people that hit rock bottom and then became somebody else because of it. Because when you hit rock bottom, you either stay there and stay in that position as a beggar, or you say, you know, I'm sick and tired of this. I'm done with it. I'm not going to go further down. I'm down as far as I can go. There's only one way for me to go, and that is up, and I'm going to do it. And when you get that attitude, it doesn't matter where you are, whether you are at that rock bottom or whether you're in a place of comfort now, but you say, well, I'm comfortable with where I am in a way, but I can do more. And I'm sick and tired of just being comfortable. I want to do more, and I am going to do more. When I'm done with being comfortable, and I'm going to start moving up. And when you get that attitude, that is the change that you make in yourself. And with that change comes the activity that makes the difference in your life. It's not about going out and saying, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. No. It's about changing your attitude, changing who you are. And when you make that change, nothing can stop you from moving to what that person that you have now become deserves. I don't know whether you can understand that or not, but that is the truth of the matter. And so don't sit there saying, I can't do it, I can't refer people, I don't know what to do. It's not about that. It's about you. It's about you saying, okay, I'm sick and tired of being that person that says, oh, I can't and I don't. And you've got to be absolutely sick and tired of that, sick and tired of being sick and tired. And you've got to say, okay, I am going to become the person. And it can be a tiny change, little changes every day or every month add up at the end of the year. And it can be a little change. Instead of being the person that says, no, I can't do it, you become the person that says, I can do it. It's like when people look at something, a vacation, okay? They get a brochure, they look at a vacation, and it's $1,000. They can either say, I can't afford that, in which case your mind is going to say, no, you can't afford that. That's correct, because your mind is a machine that gives you the answers based on what you put into it. So you can't afford that. Your mind says, no, you're quite right. You can't afford that because you've got all these bills to pay and you only make this much and you're doing this and you've always struggled and you're always going to struggle because that's the way you are. But instead of saying, I can't afford that, if you change that very little to saying, how can I afford that? That puts a different perspective into what your mind is going to throw back at you. It's going to be looking for how you can afford that $1,000 for that vacation. So instead of saying, no, you're quite right, you can't, it's going to say, oh yeah, well, what you can do is you can cut out wasting money on that, and you can put it to work over here and do that, and you can do this other thing. And then there was that other opportunity that came where somebody said they'd give you this if you did that, and it'll come back with lots of answers for you of how you can do it. The way you talk to yourself is so important. Okay, so there you go. That is where we are, and that is where you are, and that is where we all are, and we can all do better, me included. I mean, I'm not saying I'm the finished article by any means, you know. I'm one of the worst procrastinators in the world. I'm one of the people that's most laid back and comfortable, and you know, I make a lot of money one day, I say, oh great, I don't have to work now for a while. I don't go, oh great, I can do that again and again and again and build this. No, you know, that's not me. So I've got a long way to go as well, folks. So I'm speaking here from experience, my own personal experience, and knowing what works. And Change who you are, and everything around you will change. Okay? And make sure it's a change that is a good change, change into something that you really want to do, and you want to be better at something. And just make that change in who you are. Make that conscious change so that when you look in the mirror, you're not seeing the person that was there yesterday, you're seeing the person of tomorrow. Okay? I don't have any more news for you. Somebody's already said good night. They got fed up with me parroting on, so Brazina's gone. And I'm going now as well. I won't be here tomorrow because it's Tuesday, but I will be here Wednesday. Same time, same place, 7 p.m. Streaming into Facebook group We Share Abundance Publicly, YouTube, and X. And until then, God bless you all. And let's see how many people can start bringing in 1 or 2 people every month into thinking into reality. God bless.